Thank you very much, Dr. Mohammed, and thank you very much, Dr. Dogam, and I also thanks the organizers. Actually, I will start my 20 minutes and I will share you my presentation now. I hope that it works. Everything is okay. It works or not?
No, till now it's not work.
I think it's
Yes,
rating.
we can see it.
We can see it.
We can see it.
That's wonderful. That's
We can
wonderful.
see it, Doctor.
That's wonderful. Um, that's wonderful. Maybe I will talk today about the Baghdad city and saving its heritage, and I will tell you the summary of the story. That when I came back from Germany, and I was very happy that I will do something for my city, especially that I studied a lot about the conservation of old heritage, tangible and intangible. In the first 2 years, I tried a lot to communicate within the stakeholders, within also many organizations, the states, authorities, and so on. But actually, that bureaucracy always hindered any efforts that you want to do for the city. So I started to do it myself. I said that, okay, I always told my students, my former students, when I was a lecturer in university, that the city is like a human being, and it has a heart and other parts of its body. It's connected to this heart, and the heart push the blood to all parts, and we are the blood. We are the human. We are the humans. The people, the society are the blood of the that were pushed always inside the city to make it more vital. So I told, okay, why I'm not do the otherwise? If the city now is suffered a lot because of the frequently wars and a lot of problems inside the old city, why I don't bring the people inside the city? This was the idea behind Baghdad downtown, to bring the people to visit the city, to show them the heritage sites, to show them the treasures inside the city. There are a lot of things inside the city. People they don't know, especially the young generation. They don't know anything about the heritage sites. So I started to do it like this. I established a page on Facebook. Maybe it is the best way to communicate with the people. And I told Baghdad downtown to organize a frequently tour to the city, maybe every week, sometimes every 2 weeks, depend on the numbers of and depends on the whole situation. Maybe sometimes there's a holiday, or sometimes there's some festival. So, but in general, it's every week, and I always draw by myself like a path that I have to follow always inside the corridors, inside the old quarters. So I always want to show the people the maximum that I can, starting from old houses, within a variety of old houses, reaching the big monuments inside the city. So I established this websites. I surprised that a lot of people they registered. They don't. It's for sure. It's a free of charge. It's a free of charge. I want to mention that this is even and the free of charge plus gifts for the childrens, because the childrens are the basis that for the society. They should learn a lot about their tangible and intangible heritage, so they can deal it within in the future. So I did it like a city tour, but with more scientific details to give them to explain for the people more details about the historical initiations for each historical sites. The main goals that I always focus and I always told my the people that is the raising the public awareness. This is the main goal. That's raising the public awareness to tangible and intangible heritage is the main basic goal that we have to follow. We have Baghdad, we have 8 million, its population is about 8 million. I believe that most of them, they don't know about their tangible and intangible heritage because of the frequent wars and so many problems that affected the city. So it's our rule to learn to learn the people about their heritage, to remind them about their cultural activities, their habits. We have always to provide them a full detail about each historical monument. They have to know this belongs to which period, this belongs to which architectural style, and so on. We have also many monuments that need like they are neglected. Nobody visit them, and when you reach them, you can hear the bricks. Please visit me. This is what I always, maybe this is emotional for me, but I always appreciate that those historical sites are always need vital activities so they can share the memories within the people. Even one of the main goals of Baghdad downtown is to discover the hidden destruction. A lot of monuments disappeared, and people, even stakeholders, even authorities, they don't know anything about. I always carried my camera and always take the pictures because it's every Friday, so I can see the differences every month or every 2 months. Maybe the last things, my students and other students, they get benefits from this tool, and they always use many of pictures, many of scientific data for their research. This is for me is a pleasure, of course. I talked about the destruction inside the city, and always I said, why destruction occurred? Why? The answer is because of our law. Our law is not valid anymore. There are a lot of gap. That's a lot. That's maybe it's not suitable now within the current life, within the dealing within the tangible and intangible heritage. You know that the old city is always with higher land value, and higher land value mean economical benefits. And when the city restricts any restrictions, that mean the owners of those houses, maybe, or those properties, they don't get anything from their properties or from their sites. Even that's within the whole situations that the old city is the main center of wholesale trade. Wholesale trades mean trucks, mean a lot of people, crowdly, a lot of traffic, high jam traffic. So this should be organized. I will not get in deep with this. Maybe we have maybe 2 or 3 hours to deal with this problem, but this is a general overview. And the destruction happens that the law is not valid. So always the inhabitants or the owners of the properties, they use the gap or the flaws that's as inherited in our law. And we always say to the authorities, please, we have to update our law. We have to make the people get the benefits from their properties, from their houses, from their I don't know, they have a lot of khans, hammams, and so on. So you can notice a lot of tricks. They are tricky. They try to burn their houses. They try to demolish it at the night. In 2 months they built a new buildings. You can see from the left the burnings procedure. In the middle, this was the photo up was very nice house, and down it was appeared in one night, and I discovered this in 1 week. And for the other things, how from the left side, you can see a lot of building typologies that were inserted inside the cities, inside the narrow corridors. Even some of a lack of maintenance also is one of the reasons that a lot of houses deteriorate within the time, of course. Baghdad downtown is always provide or show the treasures to the people. They are looking for saving the public buildings. Always, I surprise that always the people, they told me why they don't use these buildings. You know, I'm very happy about this question. That means they are thinking about the adaptive reuse. In their idea, they are thinking how they can get the benefits or invest in within the heritage. This is very nice, very nice. I always show them a lot of public buildings with their styles belong to different eras. Like, from example, from the left side, you have the post office, the Ottoman post office, Al-Mustan Syria School in the middle, and Hammam al-Pasha. Unfortunately, the Hammam, half of it now is, I think we lost half of the dam. We still have this. We still have the rest of this dam now. It's about 300 years ago. I think it's belonged to Hassan Pasha, one of the Ottoman governor. I always show them the treasures, the unique houses inside the old city. We have a lot of unique corridors, houses. That's maybe they have some ideas, and always the people when they go with me inside the corridors, they told me it's cold. It's cold. When I explain them the environmental system within the Oriental city, they say, "Oh, that's wonderful. That we don't need air cooler, or we don't need any window splits or something like this." I always make the people live within the past. This is my target. That they have to get the benefits from the past in order to think about the future. A lot of housing typologies. Always the people ask me what is the differences between, for example, the wooden windows, shanashil, from the brick windows. And I always explain them the time. This belonged before 1920. This is after 1920, and after we get some classics from. And I show them always, like the picture in the right house, the German house. They are always ask me about the methods of constructions, jack arching, and so on, the styles, the materials. They always think about many things, and I'm very happy that people always think about this. For example, always told me about this house in the left. It's belonged to Regina Pasha. Maybe she's the sister of one of the famous singer in Iraq, Sanima Pasha Murad. We have a lot of building typologies belong to the 13th, like you have seen here in the picture, and we have more and more belong to the 40th and after 15th and till now. And also we have the old houses with shanashil brick and wooden windows. Always I explain them a lot about the public buildings also, and about Kashla, Sarai Mosque, and a lot of monuments. They were very happy and always ask me why we don't know anything about these monuments, why we don't visit them. And one question, what are the activities inside? And this is very important questions that always when they enter a Kishla, because in Al-Kishla there is now a museum and some retail shops and so on, they feel very happy inside because they can share their ideas, they can get some stuffs and so on. I always tell them about the obtrusive buildings, that designed recently, and they don't carry any architectural value. And when they saw the original buildings belong to the past period, and when they saw this, they started to feel that there is a gap between the style, between also the way of thinking now. And they started now to distinguish that. I'm very happy that people started to distinguish the ugly buildings from the most wonderful old buildings. Baghdad downtown started to remind the politicians. Always some politicians, members of parliaments, they join me. I always show them the treasures, the destruction inside the city. I always try to explain them the idea of the people. This is one of the trials that's because we have always to raise the public awareness, and we
Please,
have
Dr. Mohammed, you have 5 minutes.
yes, and we have always to show them the solutions. Even I try to make the heritage very interesting. We did a lot of guided tour by bikes, maybe, or by boats, maybe, to discover the river and the sky, the facades along the river. This is very wonderful. People, they like it a lot. They always want to experience the old life. They want to go to the cafes, to the old cafes, to the old corridors, and to experience the old life. I always maybe this is for Almada. Almada, it's an old buildings, and this Almada bookshop, and they renovate this, and they always like it. Or maybe there is another cafe, is Al Mudallal. A lot of people, they always enforce me to show the interior of these buildings. Some of them are belong to international, maybe from international groups. They always contact me. And here are maybe the idea of showing the importance of adaptive reuse, how we can reuse our buildings again. Always, maybe finally, I always try to revitalize the old memories within the city, showing the traditional public events, like here in the Church of Maidan, when in 15th of August. Unfortunately, this year I couldn't because of the coronavirus, but every year I took many members, and we go to visit the church on 15th of August, and a lot of public events. Always we had a lot of scientific research within my students, and we had a very wonderful cooperation within the German sides. I think Baghdad University and the German side now, they are sharing the experience. This is wonderful for me. Even my students, they were amazing. They did a lot of models, a lot of designs regarding regarding the revitalizations of the old cities. My aim is to back to life, to 24-hour life. This is the aim. I tried that a lot to do something. It's me and Dr. Sahar Al-Kaisi. She is the co-chair now in the panel A2. We tried to do our idea to rent a new house, an old house, sorry, and to renovate it and we can afford the cost. And this was our plan. We negotiate within the owner for 3 months, but we failed because of the laws, because of the expensive rent amount that we couldn't afford it. Especially this area is working from the 8 morning till 3. That means we cannot afford the whole cost of renovating and the houses, plus creating many activities within the houses. Unfortunately, we failed. We tried a lot, me and Dr. Sahar Al-Kaisi. Always, we're looking for many traditional buildings also outside the city core. There are a lot of to encourage people to save their heritage. We had a lot of meetings within newspapers, maybe TVs, ART, and so on. So we were very happy that a lot of people started to know about Baghdad downtown. And finally, this is the last slide. I'm trying now with colleagues to create Baghdad Toolkit Map. It's a digital communication for each interval time period. I started with this already, but I need a lot of efforts, maybe from students, from stakeholders, from professors, researchers, and so on, to create the idea. In this place, at that time, there was this building. This is our idea. Thank you very much. And after COVID-19, I am ready to share a lot of the visitors. A lot of you maybe want to visit Baghdad, especially who live outside Iraq. So I am ready, and I invite you with a pleasure to join Baghdad downtown. Thank you very much.